everyone, welcome back to Overrated Blogger. Today we are diving into a reality show that quite frankly left me completely baffled. I'm talking about The Tribe on Amazon Prime. You'd think a show about five girls living in LA, hustling in the influencer world, would bring some drama, entertainment, or at least something. But nope, this show makes no sense whatsoever, and I'm still scratching my head trying to figure out why it even exists. So let's break down what went wrong with the tribe. All right, so the premise is simple. You've got five girls living in a content house in LA. They are trying to pitch their agency called The Tribe to brands in hopes of landing influencer deals. Sounds like it should be mildly interesting, right? No, it's dull, directionless, and honestly unbearable to sit through. Let me put it this way. Imagine watching paint dry, but with occasional trips to Instagram to scroll through your feed because the show is just that boring. That's the tribe for you. The show follows these girls. Alana Pandey, the only one who's mildly successful with her own social media following and YouTube channel she runs with her husband Ivor, and four other girls who I couldn't care less about because, quite frankly, they do nothing. Now, Alana is the only person who seems to have anything going on. She's got a decent following, she knows her way around content creation, and you can at least see why she's part of this group. But the rest, they're just there. Privileged girls living in a mansion in LA, and honestly, their biggest challenge by episode 5 was deciding who would take the smallest room in the house. Yes, that's right, the smallest room. That was their most intense fight. One of the strangest moments in the tribe was the fight between Alfia Jafri and Shrushti. Alfia lashed out at Shrushti for a harmless joke, where Shrushti suggested that Alfia's friend who was coming over could bring them eggs. Instead of brushing it all off, Alfia exploded, telling Shrushti not to link her name with anyone, especially her friend. Her reaction was extremely rude and disproportionate to the situation. Alfia kept going on, extending the fight unnecessarily, even breaking down in tears. Now, I'm not saying that Alfia was completely wrong. Maybe the joke touched a nerve, but the way she handled it felt extreme. She seemed emotionally unstable, possibly due to unresolved issues from her divorce. While we can empathize with her struggles, taking it out on her colleagues like this was uncalled for and created unnecessary tension in the house. One of the funniest moments in the tribe came from none other than Javed Jafri, who had the perfect line to sum up the influencer culture today. He said, "कोई भी लुक्खा उठ के influencer बन जाता है आजकल," which loosely translates to anyone random can wake up and become an influencer these days. It was the most hilarious line on the show, delivered with his signature wit and timing. In a show where most moments fell flat, Javed Jaffri's brutally honest and comedic take on the influencer world was a refreshing dose of humor that had everyone laughing. I mean, come on. Reality shows thrive on drama, competition, tension, anything to keep us watching. But here, I felt like I was watching a group of girls on vacation, sipping smoothies, and casually talking about their lives without any actual substance. I kept waiting for something exciting to happen, but by the time episode 5 rolled around, I realized this isn't going anywhere. They're all trying to make it in LA as influencers, but there's zero depth to their struggles. Where's the real hustle? Where's the behind the scenes stress of trying to get deals, creating content, or even some internal drama to spice things up? Everything felt so flat, like you're in LA in a content house trying to build a brand, and yet somehow they've made this the most boring thing possible. Alana is the only one who seems to be aware of how to actually grow a following. She is already established, runs her YouTube channel with Ivor, and actually seems like she has her life together. The others? They're just coasting, hoping something magical will happen without putting in the real work. It's frustrating to watch, honestly. The direction, or rather lack of direction, is another massive problem. There is no narrative thread pulling you along, no clear goals or stakes. At the end of each episode, I was left wondering, what's the point? Why are we watching these girls? What's the takeaway? Nothing ever happens. I mean, when you tune into a reality show, you want some spice, right? Some drama, some challenges, maybe some heartwarming moments. The tribe has none of that. The most exciting part of the show is their fancy LA house, and even that gets old fast because, well, a pretty house doesn't make up for zero substance. The show feels like it's trying to be a mixture of keeping up with the Kardashians and the Hills, but it's missing all the key ingredients like drama, stakes, or characters you actually care about. Instead, you're left watching a bunch of privileged girls float through their day trying to land influencer deals with no real effort or conflict. And let's talk about their agency, the tribe. I still don't understand what the pitch is. They want to create a collective of influencers, but there's no clarity on how they plan to make it work, what sets them apart, or why anyone would care. It's vague at best and completely forgettable. At the end of the tribe, Hardik Zaveri didn't just stop at criticizing the girls' efforts, he delivered the ultimate blow by announcing that he was no longer funding the project. He expressed his frustration, telling them that they hadn't been pushing hard enough, and except for Alana, none of them seemed serious about their work. He specifically called out Ariana for the poor quality of her music video, highlighting that they had only managed to secure one campaign with Lakme, and that was it. Hardik made it clear that he was done supporting their lackluster efforts, and as a result, all the girls were forced to pack up and move back to India at the end of the show. It was a sobering moment that marked the end of their LA influencer dreams, at least for now. During the show The Tribe, they hired Alfia, whose Instagram account was private at the time, with only 300 followers. The intention seemed to be to showcase their ability to take someone with minimal social media presence and turn them into a successful influencer from scratch. However, this strategy didn't play out as expected. Although Alfia's follower count has since grown to over 28,000 plus, it's still relatively low by influencer standards. Similarly, the tribe's own account started with just 6,000 followers, reflecting the challenge of building a substantial following. The tribe could have been more interesting by adding real challenges and meaningful conflicts instead of focusing on trivial issues like room assignments. The show lacked direction, making it dull, and failed to highlight the actual hustle behind building a social media brand. They could have featured behind the scenes struggles, collaborations with established influencers, or showcased the growth of each member's personal brand in a more tangible way. For season 2, they could introduce tougher tasks like organizing major events or launching product lines, giving viewers a clear sense of the work that goes into building an influencer empire. Bringing in guest mentors from the industry could provide more depth, and involving public voting or fan interaction to decide outcomes would boost engagement. Additionally, including more diverse personalities and less privileged participants could add much needed relatability and drama to the show. So, after watching multiple episodes, I am still left wondering what was the point of this show? If you're looking for a reality series that will keep you hooked, entertained, or even mildly amused, this is not it. The tribe is dull, directionless, and honestly a waste of time. Alana Pandey might have some potential, but the show, not so much. If you've watched The Tribe, let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. Am I missing something here, or did you also feel like you just wasted your time? And if you haven't watched it, well, now you know what to avoid. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more honest reviews. See you next time.